Hey everybody, hope everybody's having a good day today so far. I wanted to try to follow up with my last video on mental illness and how we don't do enough to help people with mental illness. Our programs, they're crap. They are literally crap. They're almost non-existent to help people. Look at the Cowboys defensive end. I just saw that today. Marshawn Nealon, somebody knew that he was struggling. He was hurting. And nobody did or said anything. What are we doing? As a society, we are failing one another. As human beings, we are failing one another. Because somebody with a problem are never going to admit they have a problem. They're just not going to do it. And, like I told you, I went through with my mom getting sick towards the end of her life, and she got dementia. She became paranoid schizophrenic. All kinds of things went wrong. And we eventually had to put her in the hospital. It was one of the hardest things that I think we've ever done. But the fact of the matter is, it's just like an alcoholic, just like somebody that's hooked on drugs. They're always okay. They never have a problem. But the signs are there. We're just not paying attention to them. And, when I first started, everybody knows that I left the school, and I now work at the Constable's office, and oh my God, it's like a whole different world. But people get to a certain point with mental illness and even depression, things like that actually make people feel like they have no other alternative. I think I was in my 6th week here. We were doing a forced eviction. I go to knock on the door and I hear pop. I knew what it was. We backed off. We continued after a couple of minutes after we assessed everything, didn't hear anything else. We knock on the door, we go in. The guy committed suicide over an eviction because he felt like he had no place else to go and he had no one to turn to. Somebody had to know. Somebody had to know that he was struggling. We're not paying attention to these signs. These are our children. These are our brothers, our sisters, our family, our aunts, our uncles, our cousins. We're failing them. We have to do something. Our politicians, and I don't get a lot into politics because you guys know as an officer, we have certain things we're not allowed to discuss. But I'll be honest, our leaders, they suck. Every single one of them. I don't care if you're right-leaning, you're left-leaning. Man, it ain't about right or left. It's about right and wrong. They are failing the people that they supposedly work for. They're only making decisions that are good for them and for their agendas. We are failing our people. These people are suffering every single day. And just like we've talked about, we've got to figure out better ways to help these people. Mental illness is very widespread, and we don't do enough about it. We don't do enough about the ones that are self-medicating, hooked on drugs, and when are we going to start acting like we are compassionate and actually feel for these people? Think about it. Drugs, mental illness, all that, it has destroyed families for decades. And we've done nothing. Not one little bit have we moved forward to try to help these people. And it does. It destroys entire families and just separates them. Because think about it. If you have somebody that's mentally ill, you're not going to get along with them. You're going to fight constantly but we don't do enough to try to figure out the problem and find a solution. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But we have to figure it out. We have to be able to help these people get through the day. Some of them, the voices, the things that go on in their mind, and it's stuff they can't help. And we look the other way. When are we going to act like we're human beings and understand these people cannot help what they have going on? Now, I get it. Throughout time, people play the game. Oh, they want on disability. They don't want to work, whatever. And they actually go and say they're mentally ill or they're hurt or whatever just to draw a check. But they're the ones actually hurting the ones that truly need it. And I get it. But our society is jacked up just as being a good human being. It's almost non-existent. Guys, I love y'all. I pray for y'all. I hope everything keeps working well for everybody. I hold on for all the new changes and stuff that are coming. As you all know, I live here in Texas, and Texas is passing a lot of things, but a lot of people are moving here. I say don't. Texas is full. I mean, just my opinion, Texas is full. Y'all go somewhere else. We got enough bad here as it is. We don't need any more. But guys, I love y'all. We need to figure something out. We have to start voting better for people that actually want to help the people and willing to work for the people instead of themselves. I live in Melissa, and I swear, the ones on my city council and the mayor, all they're worried about is making it as big as possible. Bringing in all these developers. I don't like it, but hey, it is what it is, right? That's what we say. And that's what we were taught to say way back in the day. It is what it is, and we just accept it. But my biggest concern is we got to do better for the people. If they're not going to, we have to. And it starts at a community level. We have to be able to figure out what we can do to help the people in our areas that we can help. Because out here on the streets, again, I've got over 20 years on the streets, and I've seen a lot. And people that are disabled, that are sick, that are mentally ill, they would rather live on the streets because being cooped up, you're never going to get them off the streets. The drug addicts, the mentally ill, we're never going to fully get them off the streets. But we got to figure something out to get them help. Love y'all again. Talk to y'all next time.